What about you is different and makes you so special?
Well, one big thing that's different about me is that I'm also a singer.
Mm.
So my whole family is musical. We all sing, we all play several instruments. It's just an amazing, amazing feeling to have grown up in a family where we sang our whole lives. I've
Mhm.
been in community theater shows and light opera, things like that. I love to sing, but here's the funny thing. I say that, that's unusual about me, and I sing in my programs now. I do fun song parodies, I do serious songs. And one of the things that is so funny about this is that when I became a speaker, all of a sudden, this ridiculous set of blinders went on. And I said, okay, I'm a speaker now. The singing's all done, all over with.
Mm.
And I never once thought about incorporating that into my programs until another NSA speaker came to our NSA chapter. I belong to the Central Florida chapter.
Mhm.
And she sang in her programs. And I went, what? Could have had a V8. It was an amazing light bulb that went off. I'm like, wait a minute. If she can sing and look how beautifully she's incorporating that, I could do that too. So I talked to her afterwards, and she had a beautiful song that she allows other NSA speakers to perform, to play, to sing to. She even, sent me, I bought the background track from her so I could sing to it. And it's a very inspiring song. And then at one point, I also thought, gee, but there are some fun song parodies. Maybe I could do a parody at one point. And it's funny when you start thinking differently, again, you're preparing for the opportunity. Well, one day I'm driving down the road, and I was still doing some real estate training at that time, and I was in the transition. On the radio comes a song by Shania Twain called Man, I Feel Like a Woman. Do you know that song?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Fun, upbeat. Well, I'm driving, and all the words to a song parody, Man, I Feel Like a Realtor, blasted into my head. I had to pull over so I could write the words down before I forgot them. And that has been incredible. People tell me now that whenever they hear Shania Twain's song, they can't stop thinking about the words to my song, because I do Man, I Feel Like a Realtor. I do Man, I Feel Administrative. Man, I Feel Underwritten for health underwriters. I mean, it's just been wild. And it's a fun way to start any program and let people know, all right, this is going to be different. And that led me to other things. Like I did a customer service training for a bank one time, and the song by, I forget what her name is now, but it's Let's Hear It for the Boy. Well,
Mhm.
I did Let's Hear It for the Bank. I just, and they came up to me at the break and said, we really weren't looking forward to another customer service training program, but we have to go. But we said, as soon as you started with that song, we knew this is going to be different. And it was a blast. So that's one thing that's different. I use the talents that I have, the other talents that I
Mhm.
never would have thought about in a million years. So I want to encourage speakers to think about every single thing you bring to the table. Some people dance in theirs. Some people use mime. Some people, one guy, I spoke at an NSA winter conference one time on taking risks and doing different things. And one gentleman was confined to a wheelchair. He was in the audience, and he's a speaker. And when I said I sing, and I started with Man, I Feel Like a Speaker, of course, I tailored one for our industry. And after my program at lunchtime, a bunch of us were talking to him, and he said, you know, I still have the use of my hands. I may not be able to walk, but I used to play the drums. And I
Mm.
wonder if maybe I could do something with a drum. Well, that night, the gentleman who had put the conference together, we were in New Orleans, that he and a couple of other guys scoured all the bars in New Orleans that night to ask somebody to give them a set of drumsticks. And they presented them to that speaker the next day. And he started incorporating drumming into his, I mean, he never, just like me. Oh, I'm a speaker now. I can't sing. Well, I'm a speaker now, and I'm in a wheelchair. I can't play the drum. Yes, he could. And everyone was so excited. Some people started putting music and dance and all kinds of stuff into their programs after that. And some people just rap or they rhyme or they create poems, or you can do a lot of things. You don't have to have artistic talent to be able to use it in speaking.
Well,